know if you guys are new to the vlog or know where I'm about or where I be, but I'm in Brooklyn, and something really special about Brooklyn is that we have this thing called the Bushwick Art Collective, where there's different artists that kind of take up the Bushwick area, kind of near Jefferson and what is it, Morgan Ave, but it's like all within Bushwick, and a lot of the street art is just like around in the surrounding buildings. So we decided to stop by, see some of the new artwork, and I'll show y'all what we find. Yo, check out this detail. It's so good. Literally, all the detail is so good. It's like a collage effect. Alright, I'll probably try the noodles right now. See how they live up to the hype. So the trick I heard to like really take in a dumpling the best way is to bite the top.
So how do you feel about the meal that you just had?
The meal was so good. The macchiol, so perfect. That's probably my favorite. But the dumplings, they were kind of lit, but I spilled my shit. So.
Twice, yeah.
Twice.
But you put it in.
Yo, what's good? Just got back home from KINGS CO IMPERIal. Had a little date night with my friends, so it was nice to just catch up a little bit. But yo, that mock eel, I can't even like, biking home, I was thinking about the mock eel. I was like, should I have gotten a thing to go? No, right? Yeah. But it was so good. And then we had the noodles. I believe it was like this chili noodle with like shrimp and bok choy. Oh, so good. And usually when we go to KINGS CO, my friends and I will always get dandan noodles, and this time we just wanted to like spice it up, you know, change up some things. So we got that. We also got the General Tso's chicken, which honestly was very underwhelming. It was as it got to the end of the bowl and all of the juices and flavors from the sauce got to kind of like soak in with the peppers and the broccoli a bit more. That was really good, but the chicken was just like too like mushy. I don't know if you guys like care about how your chicken is, but like it either has to be crispy or like crispy. I don't know, like everybody likes their chicken differently, I guess, but I think for me it was just a little too mushy. Like I felt like I was eating like gnocchi or something. It's like I'm not eating gnocchi, I'm eating chicken. It should taste like chicken. Had some rosé at dinner. That was good. It was all out really chilled though. Definitely recommend KINGS CO IMPERIal if you're in Brooklyn and Williamsburg area. It's such a chill vibe. They have outside seating, very, you know, COVID friendly. Ate in the garden, so the garden was really good because like it has like this sheet and like these lights that are over it, and then it's like these vines. So it's like a nice vibe if you want like a nice outside garden area situation. So highly recommend KINGS CO. You'll probably see me go there multiple times. Like my friends and I go all the time. It's one of our favorites. Now, can't share everything at once, you know. We gotta take our time with this, you know. One vlog we'll do Kings Co, take you guys to a couple more of my little spots that I just love picking out at. I'm a big foodie. With my channel, you'll probably see places I take you guys to. I'm gonna take you to the restaurants that I go to. I'm gonna take you to the places that I shop. But honestly, I'm really, really fascinated with food. I love food so much, and it lends itself to me similarly to fashion. You know, you try something on, you kind of get a vibe with it and into it. And I think for me, when I'm thinking about where I'm eating, I always think about the vibe that this establishment has. Like, especially when I go with my friends or my girl, the little date night situation, you gotta make sure the vibe is right. You can't just be walking in any establishment. That's just for the birds. Like, I try to make sure I make it reservations, or if it's a walk-in situation, just making sure that it's like good. But you know, you'll see more of that, and I'll take you guys around, see what's good in Brooklyn, the BK. One quick thing I want to talk about before I go for the night. I know that everybody's kind of heard about the tragic news that happened to Naya Rivera, rest in peace. That shit was crazy. Like, I'm still processing it. I think it's even more crazy to me because I think, unlike some people who like didn't know her or didn't know her celebrity at all or what she was about, like, she literally represented the childhood that I grew up with. Like, if you talk about Sister, Smart Guy, Even Stevens, Soul Food, like, Bernie Mac show, she was in all of those shows, not to mention starring her in Glee with the rest of the cast. But just as growing up, before Glee, she was in so many iconic Black teen and kid shows that I just, to this day, I pull so much memory and nostalgia from those things. And she was a part of that, and she was definitely a part of that class of like kids that I grew up knowing. Because she's very beautiful. I had a little girl crush on her. It's one of the reasons I knew I was queer, is because of the crush that I had on her when I saw her in Smart Guy, and then later in Even Stevens, because she grew up and I grew up too, and I was just like, oh my god, like, she's even more beautiful, whatever, like, whatever. But she was definitely someone that I always thought was very beautiful, and would always see in one of the Black hit TV shows that I watched as a kid. So I would see her often. But yeah, it's super sad, the news about her. I'm very thankful that she was found, but it's just a very sad ending to what felt like a while trying to like locate her and updates and things like that. So continue to keep her family in your prayers and in your thoughts, because I think that how this happened, it's just so random, but at the same time, when things like this happen, it's never like the perfect story. So I think just with that said, you always have to just kind of like live freely and do your thing. But I wish that someone else knew that she was out there, or there was someone else. But at the same time, a friend of mine mentioned, she was a single mom with her kid. She felt independent enough to go swimming alone with her son, and that's what you want from any single parent, mom or dad, feeling empowered enough to take your kid out without a whole bunch of like supervision and things like that, just being one in a space. So I really admired that, but it just really very bummed how that whole situation transpired. But on a positive note, love the people that you're with, continue to be positive for the people in your life, and hold the people that you are close to your heart. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this on a lighter note. Just had to get that out, but I'll check back at y'all in a little bit. Deuces.